I've just been concerned. He's been concerning me for a while.
Yeah.
It's psycho behavior.
Well, absolutely. Yeah.
He keeps telling me that now he's thinking about me every night.
That's crazy.
He says he can't sleep.
Hmm.
Calls me his little espresso.
God,
I'll tell you more. He mentions Nintendo, and
that's just to get you though.
yeah.
'Cause you're big on
He's
Nintendo.
understanding
Yeah.
me, and but
But his ex doesn't do it for him anymore.
I know,
So like you have to.
but I'm so
do that.
tired
Yeah.
because I keep working late because I'm a podcaster.
Yeah. Speaking of,
Yeah,
should
should we?
yeah, let's start. So, you know how they say that thing of
What thing did I say, Selma?
like step on a crack, break your mom's
I
back.
don't think I've ever heard that before.
Really, it's like a
Yeah.
big saying.
Oh, it's a really big
Yeah.
thing. Okay, well, even though I've never heard it, I always skip cracks
Uh-huh.
because I talk about mothers and mothering so much that I like to skip those cracks.
I'm gonna start doing that now.
You're gonna start
I'm
doing
gonna
that?
start skipping
I'm
the
so
cracks.
glad that I influenced your life in
Yeah.
such a positive way.
Hmm.
Because just saying skip the cracks, it's like,
For
for
what?
what? That's our recent like. I mean, we always do it.
Yeah. It's just like for what?
Recently, you're just like, good morning. For what?
What? The trend lately that's been like Friends dictionary, and they put up like shit. We should do that. Anyway.
How's your week been?
Oh, fun indeed. Great,
My week
lovely.
was likewise
Hmm. Well, we did most. What did we? What did I do aside from the
from us.
from us? Because
Well,
I
I really
really.
wanted you to go like, "Good.
Hmm.
I'm fine.
Fine. Great.
I'm fine."
So yesterday we did the Rotary thing.
Should we talk about that later?
Okay.
What else did we do this week?
What else did we do?
Wait for Saturday.
Literally.
We ate mac and cheese. I mean, that's tied to that day.
That's,
Everything yesterday is tied to that day,
yeah.
and we're keeping you in suspense.
Hmm.
So I think we spent a lot of time together.
Yeah.
I woke up having to record this today, being like, ugh,
Cannot look at her
her
again.
again.
For what?
Selma
No.
for friends again.
Ugh.
Uh,
Um. Selma for friends.
we got into water this week.
Got into water.
Yeah.
Huh?
Remember that other day I was like, I really craved water.
Yeah.
But
I
I
told you
realized
about
what it
Tammy and
is.
Amy.
I realized what it is. I told you I oversalted the rice that day.
Yeah.
Because rice needs a lot less salt than pasta. So I was just like,
Find that out the hard way, huh?
yeah. So I think that was my body being like, hey, you did a big mistake. Please fix it.
Fix. Yeah.
Fix it. Also, I said pasta.
Piasta.
Pasta. Pasta. Is,
Pasta.
is he a prim and proper pasta? Or is he just a pasta?
Pasta. Um. No, I mean, I've
You've watched
always I've watched a lot of Shameless. I'm on my last season. Probably gonna finish it today or tomorrow completely, the show, which kind of sucked. I mean, here's the thing: Fiona was never my favorite character, but once she left, the show kind of like got boring because the writing got cheap.
Gina.
Yeah, but she's your favorite character. I didn't think I would care if Fiona left, and I don't think it's the missing of the character. I think it's just the writing got worse. Also, they fucking kicked out. They had a full storyline of
How's
Veronica
my
and
ginger
Kevin.
twin?
Oh, he's great. I love Mickey. I used to hate Mickey in the beginning. I love him now because he's really funny.
My friend said that I look exactly like you
Yeah.
back when I had ginger hair.
But they had this fun like little storyline of Svetlana and Kevin
Her name is
having.
Svetlana.
Yeah, she's a Russian prostitute that Mickey's dad forced him to have sex with because he wanted to fuck the gay out of
He
him.
wanted to fuck the gay out of him.
And then she ended up pregnant with Mickey's baby, but then she ended up somehow getting together with Kevin and Veronica, and they had a fun little throuple thing going on. And I love that storyline, but then they turned her into this like
Tsetsa.
scammer thing. What?
She's Tsetsa. Tsetsa's name is Svetlana.
Yeah. So they made her into a fucking scammer in the show, and I'm like, no, I love that for them because they had like it was such a beautiful. Anyway, um, but yeah, that's what I did.
Can you guess what I did this week?
Hmm,
It's a lot of Batman.
yeah,
A lot of Bob's Burgers.
Yeah,
A lot of working.
yeah.
A lot of fucking things up at work. Like my like supervisor called me a few times, and I was just like, "Hey, the situation's bad. It's not that I fucked up. I was just like, hey, shit." And he was like, "Yeah, I know. See you next Friday."
Well, my fucking company's going to shit, so I don't know how that's gonna go. They canceled out the Krupa like office completely.
Oh, Jesus, you would
Yeah.
think. For some reason, I would think that the Coop offices are more important than the Beach offices.
No, there's like 5 of them there.
What? Oh,
There's
five,
five
five
people.
people.
Like there's no.
I don't know. Koopa just screams
It is. It
soulless jobs.
yes, it is the highlight of this. Like it's the city for dispatching and shit.
For soulless job, for any sort of
Yeah.
soulless job.
And I was so. Can I be candid?
You can be candid on camera.
Yes. I was really being like, you know what? If shit goes to shit and I get fired, would it really be that bad? I mean, yes, it would be bad. I need a job. I'm not saying I don't want to work. What I'm saying is, I wouldn't be like, oh no, I lost this job.
Yeah, no. I get what you mean. That losing this job, you wouldn't be like, "Oh my God, I
Right.
worked so hard in my life
Yeah.
to be a dispatcher."
Like I'd find something. The only thing is it's hard it would be hard to find a job that pays as much as this one with my lack of college degrees. You know what I mean? So it's like, but
I can ask this friend. He does like a lot of at-home jobs, and I can
mm,
ask him if he can find you something on English.
yeah, because
I have my,
I have
I
connections.
have connections.
I know what I'm doing. I don't know. Shit is just
Hey, just
not
work
really
while
good.
you can work.
Yeah, we'll figure it out as we go. But also, I don't know what the fuck he expects though, because it's like you're gonna fire everyone and then what?
Mm,
You're gonna run it?
himself.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know either. My thing is that I don't have a thing.
I don't
I'm
know.
just perfect and my life's great.
Mm,
Reading and listening and watching a lot of Batman.
there you
I'm
go.
really in a deep Batman phase.
Yeah.
And it comes to the point where it's like you see some of the silly parts.
Yeah.
Some of the I wouldn't say silly. I like it when Batman's silly. There's sometimes when they go too edgy.
Yeah.
And I like a bit of edge. I love Jason Todd being killed and then being resurrected and then he's Red Hood. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. But like sometimes there's like usually the romance shit edgy romance shit catches
Yeah.
me off guard.
Oh,
Like
it's Joker and fucking.
no, I'm not saying that. That's a good one.
That's not the edgy one.
No, I'm saying it's not there's an understanding why it's edgy.
Yeah.
I'm saying like Batman and Barbara Gordon, that should never be a thing, but in some iterations it is. And I don't read those comics, but when I hear something mentioned about it, I'm just like, shut the fuck up.
You don't
Anyways,
know.
this is not my Batman podcast that
Yeah.
I run on the other channel, JohnTalksBatman.com.
We binged Sex in the City last night.
We'll talk about it after talking about Ratari.
Yeah.
I think the reason why it was like Ratari was an integral reason.
As to why we binged Sex in the City, yeah.
You had that great plan. So Saturday, we knew it was gonna be your bike.
Mm-hmm.
And you were like, you know what? We're gonna be so brain dead after that
Yeah.
because it's 80 kilometers. Let's just watch Sex and the City.
Yeah.
And I was just like, some of that sounds like a good, funny, silly idea. When I came home, I was like, you could not have planned this better.
No, I knew what kind of mindset we're gonna be in, and there was no way we're watching fucking anything else, really. Like for anything, at least 2 brain cells. Like for Sex in the City, just no.
You need negative amounts of.
And it's funny because like they'll have a scene, and us with 0 brain cells in that moment will go like, "It's big, and it's gonna be big." You know?
What was the thing? It was like they were talking about Miranda's singleness,
Yeah.
and I was like, they're gonna tell her about a neighbor lady whose face got who's.
Oh yeah, she did. I was like, "What happens?" Like, "Oh, she died," and then you go, "Yeah, her face got cats ate her face."
Face after dying.
2 sentences later, this one go, "Yeah, 2 cats ate half of her face." Just
And Selma just like, did you fucking watch it? And I'm like, no, I just write.
right movies.
Um,
It happened like 14 times, and it's like that's the best show to watch if you just
yeah.
want to do nothing.
Okay, so we'll talk more about Sex and the City a bit later. let's first start off on our Saturday.
Let's start off on our Friday
Okay.
when I came home from work.
2 melatonin.
So he took 2 melatonins. I took 2 melatonins and a Xanax
Uh-huh.
because I was like, 2 melatonins ain't gonna do shit to me because I've built up a bit of an immunity to it.
It's almost like an addiction.
But it's not really like I don't take it every night. But it's like
I like to tease you.
yeah, like I'll take like when I first took the melatonins, I was like out in 10 minutes. Now I take when it takes like hour and a half to kick in. You know what I mean? Shit
Mhm.
like that. But
Okay.
anyway, so I
Be
take
glad
that.
I'm not like my father, because remember we were talking about like how we're gonna get up.
Hmm.
One time I said like fun like ways people make games about like waking up and shit like that.
Hmm.
And I was like, or you just wake up.
Shut up.
Mm. Um, and then my dad would just be like, just go to sleep.
Yeah, I always hated that. Who are you? Anyway, so we went to bed. It was weird because when you come over, we're up doing something, then we go to bed. This was like
Uh,
straight bed as
yeah,
soon as
no,
I
we
came
were
home.
like, I didn't want to, I don't know if you noticed, I didn't start any conversations
Yeah.
with you.
It was just nothing.
Hello.
Good night.
Work.
Work, you're back. Pajamas, sure. Good night.
This shirt with this shirt, this we drive.
That's weird.
We drive, haha, Ryan Gosling. Good
Yes,
night.
good night. Um, and we fell asleep pretty.
I think the most like coherent thing I've said was like, please play me Bob's Burgers to fall asleep
Yeah.
from your profile.
Yes. And then we watched like an episode. We fell asleep in 10 minutes. But that was fun.
We didn't fall asleep in an episode because we played the episode, and I was just, Selma, this is that episode where they're a power couple. I'm gonna have to stay awake until the end because you're gonna have the ending where they go like power couple.
But you didn't know you fell asleep before that.
I heard it, and then I felt. I think you said something to me, and I was just like, if she turns it off, I will react. And then I heard power couple, and I was like,
Good night.
curtains drawn.
Yeah.
And then it's 5:30.
Then it's cut to 5:30. We wake up.
I wake up.
Yeah. No, we both woke up.
You both. We
You
woke up
both
when your
woke-
phone fell in the back of your bed.
Yeah, that
And
was
then-
like 10 minutes before the alarm went on
Yeah.
off, and I was like, there is no point in falling back asleep. So I'm just laying there being like, I'm not ready to start the day.
Yeah.
It can't always be night.
And then it's just me moving you like, sir, it's not the work. It's not my dad.
And so, happy Pride. It's Pride Month.
It's Pride Month.
Yeah,
Yay.
I'm an ally.
I'm gay. I'm a gay ally.
I'm a gay ally.
I'm gay ally.
What's that thing is that like I was born to hate gay people?
I was born to hate gay people, but God made a crucial mistake.
Yeah. Print that on a shirt and sell it.
And only gay people can buy that. Like,
Yeah.
gay people that are not internally homophobic.
Yeah.
I love gay people.
Yeah,
I do love
it's
gay people.
funny. No, we woke up. You made breakfast and coffee.
Eggs. I mean, eggs.
I showered.
I was like, she's showering.
Showered. And then we walked the dog, came back, and then we went our merry way.
Went our merry way. Our
Boy,
asses
did
were
we.
not ready. And with that I mean our asses.
My literal ass
Physical asses
hates me.
weren't ready.
I cannot explain it to you, but I know the disdain that my ass feels for me.
So, but fuck nowhere, Nevada.
Yeah.
Yes, these two towns called Bihać and Krupa.
Mm-hmm.
Bihać and Krupa are connected with a canyon.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a canyon in
I
English?
guess so.
Canyon.
Quinoa?
They're connected by a quinoa
Yes.
that you look over Diona, our beautiful, beautiful
Yeah, it's a lot of nature.
lake,
It's very nice.
and it's beautiful, and it looks like little rocks are gonna fall on you, and it's beautiful. And a lot of people die there a year, and once a year they free up the road so we can ride our bikes in there.
Yeah.
So there's no cars.
Yeah, there are no cars, and then but there is like a city in between.
Oh yeah.
So there's
yeah. So you
Bihać, Pokoj,
yeah.
you know,
That's a
and then
village.
yeah.
Fuck is a village.
It's a village. Yeah. and then it's a
And then
Kostelsk,
it's
and then
yeah,
like you get to it. It's like that is like 12 miles away.
yeah,
The starting point,
13 kilometers.
yeah,
Because
13,
miles is a
yeah,
different thing.
13 kilometers away from where I live.
Yeah.
So
And
it's like,
there's where the starting point is, and you
yeah,
can like gather somewhere, and people would collect your bikes, and then like
take you on a bus from here to the starting
to the
point.
starting point,
But the thing about us is,
we go hard.
and we're not pussies.
We're not pussies.
We're not.
People would pass by who are carrying their sick children to the hospital, and they
Yeah,
get some
Carl.
pussy.
Plus, like, well, first it started off when we saw the bus, like, gather the people and, like, put up their bikes and shit, and we're passing on our bikes, and we're like, oh, pussies, whatever. Cut to every fucking car that drives past, police officers driving past us, we're screaming, pussies,
Pussy.
fucking pussy. So
Pussy.
we ride 13 kilometers to the starting point.
Yeah, so we're already biked up.
Yeah.
But then we had a 2 hour wait until the
until the bus people came.
until the bus people. But no, also until the
Yeah.
whole thing started. They were like,
Yeah.
"Hello, everyone, thank you
Your
for
dad
coming."
had to give a speech.
And my dad didn't give the speeches. He was more like, "And now this person."
Talks. Yeah. Anyway, so we did that, took pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kiki with your mom. That was fun.
Yeah.
Saw your mom change clothes. That was also fun for
Yeah.
me.
You laughed so hard when I was just explaining to my mom how like my friends love you and da da da, and then you say something about Naja and Naja's friends are, and I was like, this woman's calling me.
Like nobody called her. She's just like, I gotta go. Another funny thing that happened with your mom.
We have fun. We have fun.
Anyway, that was the starting point. We go. It's like 75 kilometers from that point, right?
No,
30,
it's
40 kilometers. But
no, I think it's
40,
20 kilometers to Krupa and then like 20 kilometers from Krupa back.
Yeah, so like 40 to Doku. Like,
No. It's 20 from the starting point to Krupa.
yeah, but like, so.
No, it's 35.
Yeah, that's what I meant. So 35 kilometers away from the starting point. And we're riding and going there. It was all fun. It was all kiki. It was all
Yeah.
great. Felt nothing. It was so beautiful.
Yeah.
Fully didn't break one sweat. Everything was great.
Well, didn't break a single sweat.
A single sweat. Everything was beautiful. We're kiki with your mom. It was great.
My mom was so funny because like her friend. So there's people who are like officials to that thing
Yeah.
who pass by with cars because they have to carry some shit over and shit like that.
Yeah, like
And one of her is my friend's mom. That's why we're so like we know all the people there.
Yeah.
We're high class eliters.
Exactly.
And
Mr. Fancy.
and then her friend goes like, "Coffee's at the next stop," and there's no like actual stopping points. There's just little curves where
Yeah.
people like randomly stop. And my mom heard that and she fucking bolted.
Beelined.
By the way, that thing is not a race. But my mom, so we have to be on the right tracks.
Also, before that, we stopped so your mom could pee. So we were last. We were the last.
Oh, we were
people.
we were last.
By the time she was done peeing, we started going. Like her friend passed by, and she was like, "Oh, did something happen?" And your mom was like, "No, I just had to pee." And then her friend was like,
Which,
"Oh,
by the way, I
coffee."
love my mom. She was like, "Gotta hide myself," and then I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, what? You have to go pee?" And she was like, "Don't say that." And then her friend passed, and she was like, "I just had to go pee."
Yeah, I had to piss over there. But anyway, so her friend is like, "Yeah, coffee on the next stop." Your mom gets on the fucking bike. I swear to God, that woman was first. Like Usain Bolt, like just went up, and it's us
Usain
trying
Bolt
to
more
follow.
like
her.
Hussein Bolt. Like,
Yeah.
Jesus. And it's funny because okay, they were pretty lenient when like walkers were because some people were walking.
Yeah.
And then they were pretty lenient with like, okay, you can like go to the left lane to pass people and shit like that. But when we came to the people who were walking, they were like, go to the right side.
Yeah, they had
go
like
to the right side. Like the officials, like the pilot, they're called pilots.
yeah,
like,
so
the
they're
people
like
who
the
are-
ones to like keep you on the right side so the walkers
and
can
to
walk
keep you
on the
to not go too front or
Yeah.
too back. My mom, he tells her like you gotta stay on the right side, and she goes like,
like elbows. I mean, she didn't, but in my head, she like elbow punched him.
she kicked him. She jumped. She was holding the railing of the bike with her hand. Got off the bike, did like a flip to kick him, flipped back onto the pedals of the bicycle,
Yes, and just kept going.
and kept pedaling. All this in a fuck ass
It
bar.
was so fun because the man is literally being like, "Go to the right, go to the right." She goes over like around him and is like, just zero fucks given. Let's touch that. Hilarious.
And then it's like, I joke with Selma, like, oh, she's just trying to get away from us. And then my mom later just like, I'm hurrying for the coffee.
I gotta get the coffee.
Gotta get the coffee.
So we stopped there. I mean, to be fair, going there, we stopped a lot. So it was like, you know.
We
didn't
stopped
really have
mostly
them.
like our mom. My mom was
Problem.
my mom was like, hey, let's stop.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we get to
Ooh, do you have those like things from yesterday here?
No,
Okay.
Ate
Just
them.
throw them away.
no, I ate it.
Okay. Good question.
So I had a whole day
I'm ju-
outside, like
I'm just surprised that you ate the like hot dog thingies, my mom.
Yeah, there was one that was a bit bad, so I had to give it to him. But I ate the other one. Anyway,
So my mom's fucking like,
yeah, she's on it.
she'll
She's
leave you in the dust.
and I love her so because she's got the whole package. She's funny. She's resourceful. She's
Yeah.
she's full on.
The only thing I could say negative about my mother, sometimes she's the I expect you to read my mind type.
Okay.
She's like, you're not following these instructions that I have in my head.
Yeah. How dare you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then her and I get along because we have similar like.
Yeah.
She just like, she just wants me to save money and get thin, and I love two things: spending money and eating.
That's
Spending
where we
money
clash
on food.
on food. That doesn't go well. Anyway, so we
But
get
other
there.
than that, she's just a perfect human.
Yeah, she really is. So we get there. It's
I've
funny.
heard a lot of stories about like my family.
Yeah. Like just we're riding and she just like and then this happened and, and I was like
And by the way, we're like Usain Bolting in front of everything.
yeah, just following her and
And then
she's
she's just it's biking like you've never seen before.
like, yeah.
It's what's the Paris thing?
Paris.
Tour de France.
Yeah, Tour de France.
And she's just, and the Tour de France, and people are dying next to us. People are wearing like the biking gear.
Which
And
fuck those
me
people.
and Selma the whole time were pussies. Fucking
Pussies.
pussies.
Like
then-
you don't need that much for that.
And it's just my mom going like, and then my dad told the principal, I'll hang you by the balls on the pole.
That's a real story, and it's so fun.
And also everybody said that I'm exactly like her.
Yeah, you would.
Thank you so much.
It was funny once we got there though. There was so there's this woman. So I'm telling it
You're telling me. You're telling me.
because I really have to set the scene. It's my favorite thing that ever happened to me. So it's your mom, it's you, and then me, and we're in a line. So it's like one behind the other. Now at this point, next to
Yeah,
me,
no, we're like walking on our feet, still sitting on our bikes, like just
yeah,
we're-
just
we're
trying to get
ending-
over like a bridge thing.
Yeah, no, the thing ended, and we just have to get to the place. We're in
Yeah,
Kumpa.
we're
We
in-
just have to get to the cafe.
Yeah, so we're out on a bridge. So it's this woman. And at that point, she's next to me, and she has like in a little stroller thing that you can attach to your bike. Has this kid, and it's a black kid. It's a black
Yeah,
guy.
and I fully turned around to you, and I was like, oh, Selma, black kid.
Black kid. We're not being racist. There's just not a lot of black people.
We are the whitest, like
Yeah,
except immigrants and Romani people.
Yeah,
But we don't consider Romani people black.
yeah.
We're just like Romani people.
Yeah. Hey.
But this was like a full-fledged black kid. Selma. It
Whoa.
was a black girl from the Rooster Project. It was a black
Yes.
boy, but
So it's this little child, like very little child.
and his mom is like, I would say like either tan or mixed race, but like,
Yeah, but you know.
and she talked to a lady about like America, so I'm betting there.
Yeah, they came. There's whatever cousins here. But anyway, at that point, the woman is next to me. And the line up there is moving faster where
Yeah.
she's at, the other
And now
side.
we're away from the bridge.
Yes. Now we've crossed the bridge, and that woman is moving past me, and she's next to you now.
Yeah.
And as she's getting next to your mother, another random kid on a bike jumps over,
With a huge bike, huge helmet.
huge helmet, like a full thing, and he's
And-
going, yeah, fast, and he jumps, and then your mom turns around, and just in the second that woman is next to her, turns around and
Looks at the black kid.
it's like, scared me.
And then me and Sam are dying laughing because, of course, we both knew. She
Yeah, we
was
both
scared.
knew she got like scared of the bike thing that jumped in front of her. But I'm like, oh my god,
The woman just turned around, looked at a black kid, and went like,
scared me.
Jesus.
So we start laughing.
It was such a little chuckle of like, oh, I got scared.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
that jumped
oh,
me.
yeah. And we start laughing, and then she's like, "What? And then you go like, "What?" She's like, "Why are you laughing?" Like, "Cause you're racist." She's like, "No, I just like again, they scared me. The bike." And it was the funniest thing in the world.
My family universally can't take a joke on their expense.
Yeah.
And then it's me who loves taking jokes at everybody and my own
Mm-hmm.
expenses. And then it's like, racism.
And like she would never, but it's
She's the black kid on the forehead.
yeah, she's like Diana. Oh, um, but that I think that's the funniest thing that happened the whole time. Anyway, we get there. We're both pretty good. Like at that point, we're fine. We're great. We're doing amazing.
Yeah.
Now the adventure comes.
The adventure comes going back.
Yes.
And I heard it was literally like an omen
Mm-hmm.
behind us. A girl yelling at her husband who's like, yeah, not everybody can do what you want to do. And after that fight, you zoned out. You didn't listen to them anymore. But you did. And the lady was just like, I mean, I know that you want to go back with the bikes, but it's always such a slight steep hill, and the wind is just blowing in your face. And I'm like,
Was she right or was she right?
and I was just like, I hope someone doesn't hear this because she's so right.
It's all right. No, I still would have gone. I still would have like stuck with it, and that would have been my dumbass, like being like,
Yeah, I
who
can
gives
do
a
this. This
shit?
is my first time.
Yeah. No, but being
I
like,
got fucked too because I wasn't as active on my bike this year as I
yeah,
usually am because of
yeah.
like honestly my best friend who now moved to Germany. So I still bike. I bike around, but not to an extent that I used to
Yeah.
before. So I'm thinking that's it, but also the wind. I think the wind fucked us the
No,
most.
I was scared before we started because I was like, oh, I've never done this much, so I'm like, am I gonna get tired? But we got to there, and I didn't break a sweat, so I'm
were
like,
fine.
going back is gonna be easy peasy. Like we're gonna get it done. It's whatever. Who gives a shit, right? And when we started, I was fine. Like halfway through it, I was chill.
Going back is usually really good. The
But
wind,
the
wind.
wind,
It wasn't it wasn't a harsh wind.
yeah,
You
it's
just had
just
to pedal the whole time.
yeah, enough to like just really be like, fuck you.
Yeah, just the
And
slightest.
oh,
Just like,
not enough for you to be like, oh, I can't. It's just enough to fuck you over.
yeah, it's not enough. If we turned around, there's winds where we could turn around and be like, "Hey, we can't do
Yeah,
this."
like fucking
Yeah,
storm.
we get it. But this is just enough to be like, "Hey, here's just a little challenge."
Yeah, fucking. Anyway, so we're going
But it's
back.
also me trying to keep your spirits high.
Yeah.
So you're just like, I'm a bit tired, and I'm like, let's get lost. We can take you summer night.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
Oh my god. In my head, I'm so like, why? And and I really thought it's like, it has to be me because going here was so easy, and like going back, maybe it just. And the thing is, my legs weren't tired. I had two problems, which was my ass hurt so bad.
And the constant need for cycling. Like the constant just pedaling.
It wasn't it my head my head was tired. I can't like I'm riding it and I'm like going in and out. Like I'm just doing that.
Oh, you told me your blood sugar was low.
It had to be something
Yeah.
of the sort. But I ate. I didn't ate. I ate. Like, I don't know. But the last I would say like 10 kilometers were the worst.
Were the absolute worst. The second we went into Bihać, every few seconds we were like, let's shop here.
Let's stop here. Look how pretty. So like
it's an open fire trash
yeah.
can.
Oh my god.
You don't see this kinds of beauties when you don't go to
Nature.
places like this.
Yeah. So like let's stop here. We need cheese. And then you're like, we'll get the other thing on another store. Like and then another thing in
Well,
another.
to be fair, they didn't have it. Ooh, we still have ice cream. Yeah. Watch Bit 66 in the city today. I think the true adventure started when we fully came back.
Yeah. So I was
You passed out instantly.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I have to sit on my legs
Mhm.
because we need to make dinner.
Mhm.
The second I sit,
Yeah,
I'm not getting back up.
yep.
So I instantly go to walk the dog. That was the first thing.
Yeah.
and then
I walk in and I'm like making to the pizza first, and I'm still like still backpack on full. If I drop the backpack off my back, I know I'm laying down next to it. So I'm just like taking the fucking thing inside, and then I got so angry at the ice because it wouldn't get out. So I just went like fucking bitch, get the fuck. I started
and it's just
smacking it.
it's just me holding our dog outside, wind blowing in my face, and I'm like,
Mm. Oh god, yeah, it's just fuck guys. It was so funny every time. That I mean, this was a thing even when we went there. As soon as you get off the bike, it's your legs are so wobbly you forget how to
oh,
walk
absolutely,
because it's so like your legs are used to cycling. They're not
yeah,
used to like you know walking.
yeah.
It was really fun. So no, but we came
And
back. You made dinner.
what you did,
Hmm.
also made me to the pizza.
Yeah, I got you. It's you know.
And then I made us dinner.
Yeah. You're like, but you made it to the proud
No,
of you.
I made dinner. I fucking made the macaroni that are like hollow,
Yeah.
and then I tried to like try one to see if they're done. And inside of the hollow
Oh
part,
yeah.
there was boiling water, and I bit into it, and it all went onto my lip. It
Mm.
still hurts today.
Yeah.
It's the worst. I'm
Horrendous.
fucking dying.
Yeah.
So I made make us share food. So I sit,
You said
and that's the last you've seen of me.
yes. Of either one of us. You
We-
were so like, should I get us pillows? And you're like, oh my god, please get us.
I was like, bring me like the blanket.
You said you're full of great ideas.
Said like, and then I said like, can I tell you a secret? And you're like, yes. And I was like, I also had that idea, but I couldn't get up. It's not we didn't ache at that point.
Nothing hurt. It's just so like my body is not my body anymore. Like it just wouldn't do the things I needed it to do. And the worst part is I had to pee a lot.
So
Getting off the couch and going into the bathroom was the worst experience I had that
so
day.
we're laying on an L corner couch
Yeah.
with a table perfectly stuck like on the L.
Mhm.
And then I'm laying on the like longer side because I'm taller, and she's laying on one side. And at one point, so we're watching Sex and the City. We were fucking dying laughing. And then she has like wine on the table, and she goes to reach it, but she doesn't move for a second. She just stretches out her arm, and I go, "Don't worry, I got you." And I stretch out my arm,
We did it, we're just like, oh my god.
and then I go like, "It's okay, I'll do it." She's just like, "Oh my god!"
And I'm like, this is a bigger sacrifice than giving me your kidney. I know that. From my heart of hearts, I know you did a lot
What
for
was
me.
that joke that got me up? There was a joke that got me up.
My dad's 6'2". I think that's what we laughed at a
No,
lot.
no. That was
Joke in the show?
during the show. There was a joke that I like fully got up.
Oh, it was they did a thing for Carrie, a magazine cover, and it was like
Single
single and fabulous, and she thought it was gonna be like single and fabulous exclamation point, like hee hee, I'm fabulous. It ended up being a horrendous picture of her on this thing on the magazine.
Fabulous question mark.
Yeah, question mark, and then it was reading the magazine. They were all like at a coffee shop reading the magazine, and so Charlotte is reading it, and then they're like, it was fun being single in your 20s, but but do you really like hopping around clubs in your 40s is her like not cute anymore. And then Charlotte goes, who's hopping the clubs? And then
And it's
Samantha's
funny
like,
because they're all hopping clubs.
yeah. And
Obviously.
so Charlotte's like, who's hopping the clubs? Samantha goes, who's 40?
Laugh so hard
Oh,
again.
hilarious.
And it was supernatural.
Yeah. Just caught me over like I'm awake now. I can do this again. I can ride the bike and come back. Let's go right now. Also one of the storylines was like, are all men freaks? And they're and Charlotte
I
is
can't get over that episode.
Charlotte's in bed with that guy, and he's
And,
like,
his thing is wait no, not
I don't know, but she was doing it. This is where I made the joke about my dad, and then that was so they're talking about, and she's like, "What's your freak?" And then he's like, "No, whatever." And she's like, "Is it a 6 toe or something?" And I'm like, "My dad had 6 toes, and but he got it removed." And they're like, "Why did he get it?" But the way we
What was the
talked,
phrasing? What was the phrasing? There was there was something about the phrasing.
Well, get to it. The way we're talking is like this. My dad had a 6 toe. You're like, and then he got it removed. And you're like, why did he get it removed? Then I'm like, because he couldn't choose. He couldn't choose.
It's me going like, oh yeah, he could, yeah, sure. And then it's like, couldn't choose.
He just couldn't choose.
It's two people in their living room. That's like people are watching in front of us.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we have curtains so people don't see, but it's like the street is it's 3 millimeters in pounds. Like, my German kicked in. The street is like here, and it's just two people, and one of them is like, and we're all half naked.
Yeah.
Both of us are half naked, and just trying to find parts of this leather couch that we didn't make warm.
Yeah, that's cold.
So we're just like touching like cold surfaces of the couch, and then it's like, we couldn't choose.
And then we laughed about how big of a cliche we are. It's wine, we're eating ice cream and watching Sex in the City.
It was on the scene where I was like, "Don't worry, I got you."
Yeah, I got you. God,
But
it was a fun day, honestly.
let's thank the ice cream for one thing, and then I think we should go into our mother of the week.
Who's the mother of the week? Fully have no idea who we're talking about. Oh yeah. Like, so prepared. So funny we thought this could be like a thing. Us doing this podcast. And I'm like, what are we talking about today?
But I bought us, you bought us, but I found it. It was your money.
It's my
But
money.
my idea- ice cream that's like strawberry, vanilla, and blueberry.
Yeah.
And we both liked vanilla, and you liked strawberry, and I love blueberry.
Yes.
The exact half of the box
Uh-huh.
goes to one for you and one for me.
Uh-huh.
That was perfect. Just like exact half of that box. Anyways, is today's mother of the week still a mystery to you?
Well, my
Is it Selma?
I have a-
is it still a mystery?
is it still a mystery?
Is it still a mystery?
That is very fun. Well, yes, it is. Tell me what are we gonna be talking?
So have you ever seen Watch Out?
Watch Out? Have I ever seen Watch Out?
I was between have you ever seen and have you ever watched? Have you ever watched Knives Out?
Yes. I have watched.
Can you say that with conviction now?
Now, yes.
Okay.
So the funny story about that is, ever since I've known you, we're like, what should we watch tonight? And you're
it's-
like,
no, I always recommend it when you're specific. I want to watch something fun and
Yeah.
adventurous and perfect and the
Yeah.
best movie ever.
uh-huh.
I just need something that really wakes me
Blow
up,
my mind, you
but
know.
also puts me to sleep, but also
Yes.
like
I want to laugh, I want to cry, I want to see something in the
absolutely.
AMC theater.
I was about to say like somewhere where heartbreak feels
Feels
good.
good. Yes.
Our heroes, the very best part of us.
Absolutely. And then John is every time I'm like, I want to see a movie like that. He's like, have you ever seen Knives Out? And I'm like, yes, I have. And he's like, okay. And then weeks go by.
You never react to it in a way that you explained to me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you were just like, oh yeah, I have it. I was like, okay.
Yeah, because you're always like, it's such a good movie. And I'm like, yeah, sure. Well, whatever. Right? Months go by from that point on, and we both have a bit of an ADHD. So we've asked each other this.
Yeah.
And we had the same conversation a plentiful of times where you would ask me, have you seen Knives Out? And I say, yes, I have. With big certainty. And then cut to you being like, have you ever seen the second part of the Knives
Yeah,
Out?
sequel.
The sequel. And I'm like, oh, no, I haven't seen that one. You're like, oh, great. We're going to watch that. Amazing. And I'm like, all right, fine. Now, what you didn't know in that moment is, in my head, Knives Out was this very not well, it was an okay horror movie
Schlocky.
that I've seen with my mom. The most basic storyline, a family moves into a house, it's haunted, there's something about a basement, I don't fucking know. And then, no, not the basement, the attic, I apologize.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. What a big change.
And the entire time, every time he's like, Knives Out is so good, and I'm like, is it though?
Yeah, like
Is it?
why is it whenever I mention like I want to watch the best movie ever made?
So I'm never the one to judge, and maybe you've seen something in that movie that I didn't, and I'm,
Yeah, like
great.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
There you go. And I'm like, and you're a big horror buff, so I'm like, he probably likes it. He likes horror. I'm like, whatever, it's fine. And cut to us starting to watch the sequel. A bit like,
Glass Onion.
yes, Glass Onion. 20 minutes into the movie, he's like, this is the sequel, and he's like, oh, you know who this is? And I'm like, sure, don't know who that is. There like a few minutes pass by, and he's like, so it's a sequel. It's like also a mystery, and it's all like this. And I'm like, Johnny, what's Knives Out about?
And it's me for half a year waiting to rewatch this amazing.
Yeah. And and he just looks at me. It's like, we're watching it tonight. We went to bed at 4 a.m.
Yes, because we had to watch both of those movies. Because we had to.
We had to.
So let's firstly talk about Knives Out before Glass Onion, because we're going to talk
Okay.
about the duology of movies.
Yes.
It's not a Mamma Mia where we have enough to say for 2
Yeah, I know.
episodes. Because Mamma Mia, it's just 2 of the same movies. While Knives Out are thematically, emotionally, narratively 2 entirely different movies.
Do they have Meryl Streep singing?
They don't.
Probably.
They
do.
might have in the third one.
They might have it in the first 2. We just didn't know.
Oh,
That's
makes
the
you
mystery.
think. Us coming up to what's his face? Like the director is very like they're his movies. It's not like it's the writer's movies. It's his movies. But we come up to him and we're like, so where's Meryl Streep?
Wink, wink.
And he goes like, oh, you might see her. And I'm like, no. In the first 2,
Yeah, where is she?
where is she singing?
Is she the grandma that was on the chair the whole time?
Was she the
or is she the
glass onion we made along the way? Was she the knives that were
Which one of them is the knives?
Yeah. So the first one, you like the second one more.
Yes.
And the second one we can talk about more emphatically.
Yeah.
Because the first one is more of a traditional parody of mystery movies.
Yeah.
Do the mystery involve in center focus mothers? No. Because the family is,
It's just a like there's
it's a family. That's
like
the thing.
I mean.
Yeah. But is the movie Mother?
Absolutely.
So who is the most mother there for you? And what is the most mother there for you? And why is the most mother there for you? And where is the
I don't know. I gotta tell you, I did like the dad.
The dad?
Yeah.
I instantly jumped to like Benoit Blanc and whatever Rooney Mara's character names is.
Rooney Mara?
No, I always mix.
So like she wasn't there.
I always mix.
She was there, but we would watch Carol also.
We would fall asleep at 9.
Yes.
Because then we will watch Carol, and then we watch The Lord of the Rings.
Yes,
because Kate Blanchett's in it. It's not Rooney Mara. I always mix the 2 of them. Ana de Armas.
Okay.
It's
I don't know
because
her
Rooney
name.
Mara is white. And Ana de Armas is a woman of color.
Yeah.
Ana de Armas played Meryl Streep in Blonde, and she's the main girl.
I know. I just don't know the actress.
Okay.
The name, yeah. No, it was a. So which do you like better?
Of the movies?
Yeah.
It depends on the time of day you ask me.
Yeah.
Genuinely, like I don't know. Knives Out has the better mystery revealing.
Okay.
Glass Onion has the better. I wouldn't say better characters. It has more time to view the characters.
Yeah.
Because Knives Out has a lot of perfect characters, and one of them outmothers all of them. And surprisingly, it is not Jamie Lee Curtis.
Huh.
It is. I'm doing a big reveal to you.
Okay.
I'm going to like wade you in on the mystery because I forgot her name.
Okay.
It's Hereditary. She's from Hereditary. Toni Collette.
Okay.
Toni Collette being a Gwyneth Paltrow type.
I love a Gwyneth Paltrow type in every movie.
And I want a full movie of her.
Yeah.
I mean, the line delivery of like, can we ask why? And it's like, no. And it's like, no, we can't leave, or no, we can't ask.
Love her.
Flan is more than a skin regimen. Flan It's a lifestyle. And so it's this kid, it's this family of all self-made people,
Mhm.
and surprisingly, they all have like a rich billionaire as a
Yeah.
father.
But all self-made.
They're all
All
self-made.
self-made.
For me, Knives Out is one of those movies where it's like how old people talk about The Little Prince.
Mm-hmm.
Every time you read it, there's a different meaning. It's like
Yeah.
no, it's every time you notice a different thing.
Yeah.
But I love The Little Prince. But yeah, no, Toni Collette as the Gwyneth Paltrow type, she is so. She said there was a random, and this is not a big part of the movie. It was just so it was woven in normally that the rich family, of course, would have an argument about Trump and shit
Yeah.
like that, but they never mentioned Trump. But she goes like, and maybe an idiot is what America needs right now, and then she goes like, and maybe an idiot is what Germany needed in 1930 something. And I'm like,
Love me, and so real too, because she's right. I don't. Yeah, she doesn't need to know the year.
no, it's the emotion. She has the emotional
Yeah.
intelligence, but not the. And there's a quote that also stuck out to the both of us. He's like, I read a tweet about a New Yorker article about you.
Because I cannot tell you the last time that I have seen news that did not derive from TikTok. Listen, one thing, if it comes out of my mouth as fact, I've seen it on TikTok.
I cannot tell
Nowhere
you the
else.
last time I have told people news that I haven't heard from other people.
Yes, that too.
So
My fact checking is like seeing it.
Knives Out is this great mystery movie where it's a parody of mystery movies
Yeah.
without being a scary movie.
Yeah.
It's the Scream of mystery movies.
Yeah.
So because Scream is a parody of horror movies, but it's also the horror movie.
Yeah.
And it's so this the guy who is this multi-billionaire. It's never said, but
Yeah.
it's
He's rich.
heavily implied.
He's Rich McGee.
Scrooge McDuck.
Yes.
Because he wrote mystery novels, played by I forgot his name. His last name is Plum, and he died like before that movie release. He obviously,
Aw.
yeah, he's really old, but he's like,
Oh man.
yeah. Was it
But
Christopher
that's a
Walken?
mystery. He died in the movie.
Was it Christopher Walken, and I just named him Plum?
Christopher Walken. He was not.
No,
It
who's
wasn't.
Christopher Walken?
I don't know, but he was not in that. I feel like I'd know Christopher Walken if I saw Christopher.
Oh, Christopher Walken was in the sequel to Batman movie. Christopher Plummer. There we go. Christopher Plummer. So it's Christopher Walken, but Christopher Plummer.
Yeah, he's not walking. He's plumbing.
Yeah. So it's originally he committed suicide.
Yeah.
That's the.
That's the grand. Well, don't give it away.
Yeah, I mean spoilers. We're gonna spoil this amazing movie.
Who's gonna watch this?
What?
Who's gonna watch this?
You're like, who's gonna watch the movie? And I'm like, Selma, who's gonna watch this?
Yeah.
But it's a thing of my so funny. It's so I don't know. The funeral is happening and shit like that, and his nurse Marta Cabrera is not invited. And there's a scene where like she's in this small apartment she shares with her mother, who's an illegal immigrant, and her sister, and her sister's watching like a murder show.
Yeah.
And then her mother's like, can you turn that off? And the sister's like, why? And then she goes like, your sister has just had a friend she loved slit his throat, and you're being insensitive.
Yeah.
So funny. And the movie, so I feel like the first half of the movie is just a pure character introduction, and it does a great thing of being interesting the whole way through.
Yeah.
There's that scene where what's her face, the other mother. My mom says she has the best body of all time.
Oh. Oh fuck me.
She's Freaky Friday.
Yeah.
She's Freaky Friday.
She's Freaky Friday. You said her name.
I said her name
in the
once.
pod-
I forgot it.
In
the meantime, Jamie Lee
Jamie Lee
Curtis.
fucking Curtis.
So
Which
Jamie,
also your mom's saying, like, I'm not saying she doesn't. She has a great body. She had a great body when she was young. But of all people, I mean, that's the last. You know what I mean?
yeah, she's not like Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, she's not the type.
Yeah.
You know. But hey, works.
So
The glove fits.
there's a great scene where
Do you think
The-
if the glove fits came from OJ? That's
It's
saying.
if the shoe fits.
Oh, okay. Disregard.
Do you think that came from
Somebody-
OJ's friend? I mean OJ's brother or something
Yeah.
like that. But Detective Benoit Blanc is trying to like get information from these people,
Mhm.
and he's trying to like make them stab each other in the back and shit like
Yeah.
that. And then it's like, and then it's her going like, if you think,
That
are you
OJ
trying to get me to tell you family information? If you think
that I'll ever.
I'm some idiot who would, and then it's hard cut to her husband. He doesn't own shit. He doesn't do shit, and
Yeah.
and basically everybody in the fucking family has a motive. Everybody has it, and then they're interviewing Marta. They say Marta. It's I'm being racist. And then he flips a coin,
Mhm.
and with the flip of that coin, the genre of the movie flips. I stole that from Cinema Wins. I'm not
Okay.
that. I'm not.
Not that deep.
And then we see that Marta accidentally gave Harlan 100 milligrams of the good stuff, morphine,
Morphine.
and
Killed
and
her.
it's like he'll die. So he's like, okay, you're gonna do this, 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 and this because nobody will.
Yeah.
There's no way that I'm gonna die, and it's gonna be like, oh
There's
shit.
no way I'm gonna survive, so you have to not make it look like you killed me.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
her mother's an illegal immigrant and
Yeah.
shit like that, and blah 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 blah.
And he knows that it wasn't her.
And he knows that he trusts her
Yes.
completely. There is no doubt in the viewer's mind that
Yeah.
she's like an evil mastermind.
Yeah.
And it's funny because we watched that movie second, so Salma's just. I mean, she's still invested in the movie, but she's just a bit sleepy. So the whole time I'm like, I don't know, like they were like, she heard a kathunk, and I go like, a kathunk sound.
Thunk.
Not to wake her up, but to be like, this is an important part.
Yeah.
And then like he felt like he said that it fell over because of like the game board, and the
Yeah.
game board fell, and it was like boom, and I was like, a kathunk,
A kathunk.
Selma, a kathunk.
Head kathunk.
And then the whole movie, you're like, this is a great detective, and you want him to catch who did it,
Mhm.
but also you love Marta,
Yeah.
so you don't want to see her get caught.
Yeah.
So it's this whole cat and mouse game, and then
Yeah.
in the meantime, Ransom is being like, haha, I'm
Yeah.
just a rich asshole, and I'm
Yeah.
played by Chris Evans in the world's
Hey.
most comfortable jumper.
And I loved
Um,
him.
So our dog is stretching really adorably.
Yeah.
So as this whole cat and mouse chase of like this detective that's sometimes just really dumb. There's this ball that's like could be evidence, but he throws it for the dogs to catch.
Yeah. I'm like, why?
And there's this one
But he
character.
knew,
Yeah.
He knows what's important.
There's this one character who's really important to me because the whole time he's just like, I'm a big fan. He's like black and white footage on video, and he's like, "Are we gonna die in 7 days?"
Yeah.
The main detective the police detective calls Benoit Benny. So eventually they discovered it wasn't a suicide, it was. And then there's one question.
Long question.
But this is
Why was the medication?
no. Daniel Craig's voice is this.
Okay.
There's one question. Who hired me?
Yeah.
That's the big mystery.
Yeah.
Because somebody was like, hey,
You gotta do this.
we gotta do this. And the plot.
No, but the
twist
whole
is-
thing was that he put her in the will.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
We skipped that part. It was the thing of like she must have done it because he
I
put
was
her in the
about
will.
to say, but it got mixed somewhere.
Yeah.
So the sole heir of his will is
Mark.
Marta Cabrera.
And everyone is like, why would he do that? She was just a caretaker, right?
Jamie Lee Curtis going like, "Are you boinking my father?
Yeah.
Were you boinking?"
Were you boinking?
And it's screams, and I watched that scene a billion times because you hear so much, and my brain decided which character had the most important
Mhm.
dialogue, which was Tony Collette going like, "You can DM me. I'm not on Instagram anymore, but you can reach out on Twitter."
So important to the movie.
And so then Ransom is like, "We'll get you out of this."
Yeah.
You just got because he like figured it out,
Mhm.
quote unquote.
Yeah.
And at the end of the movie, Ransom is the killer. So imagine the shock of like,
Mhm.
how did you give him the correct medication? 'Cause
Yeah.
Ransom switched out the vials,
Yeah.
having the vial of morphine, say the Naxalon,
Like-
blah blah blah,
Yeah.
and then having morphine
Yeah.
be the vial, the vial that had morphine in
He
it,
switched it out, but
Yeah.
she ended up giving him the
the
correct one.
correct dosages, which
Yeah.
was marked morphine.
Yeah.
So she thought she gave
Killed.
him
Yeah.
incorrect, but he actually,
Had the
that's
correct.
the saddest part. She gave him the correct medicine.
Yeah, he would have lived.
Yeah. But then he kills another bitch. And then it's Daniel Craig. It's just a great movie. Marta's trying to confess. That's why I'm like passing through the story because like if you watch the movie, you get it.
Yeah.
I just want to talk about the nitty and gritty of it.
Yeah.
But then it's Marta trying to be like, "Hey, I'm going to confess.
Yeah.
I killed Harlan."
Yeah.
And it's funny because like you're trying to confess, you don't know why the housekeeper is in the hospital because
Yeah.
somebody gave her a morphine overdose.
Yeah.
But then she went like, "I thought she was an addict,"
Yeah.
like that. Then fucking Daniel Craig figures out the mystery in the background of the movie.
Yeah.
It's like a camera shot and it's on Marta, and then Daniel Craig's in the back reading blood. Like, holy shit! And it's not like a main point, and he goes like, "Excuse me," because she goes like, "You have been very kind to me. You have not been kind to her." And then he reveals the whole big mystery.
Yeah.
And I love the movie because it sees the viewers as smart.
Yeah.
But then they have a character who's there just to be like,
Uh-huh.
because Marta Cabrera, whenever she lies, she pukes.
Yeah.
So she's the worst killer out.
Yeah.
So
Then I love them being like, well, don't lie, you just tell the truth. And it was them being like, so what happened? And she's like, well, I gave him the medicine and I left, which did happen. You know?
And then they realize like they can't get ransom for shit because he didn't kill him.
Yeah.
And he, they don't have any evidence. They don't have any shit like that. At the beginning of the movie, Daniel Craig is like, does being a good person make you a good nurse? And then he goes like, you gave them the correct medicine. Because there's just the slightest difference between the two of them of like,
Yeah.
when you grab it without reading it, because you are a good nurse.
Sobbing.
My heart, we were dying.
Yeah.
We died. Anyways, so then he goes like, you don't get me for shit. And then she gets a phone call and she's like, okay, thank you, doctor. And she goes like, she's alive. She's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Then he goes like, yes, see, I maybe tried to kill her, but
But I
she
did.
survived. And then she vomits on him. And then that guy's like, oh my God, she threw up, which means that she was lying. And the second detective went like, yeah, we got that. It's a great movie. So I watched that movie 17 times, and I want to get into like what parts of the movie did you like? Like I want the like little quotes, little moments.
I don't. To be completely honest with you, I don't remember much of them. I completely forgot Jamie Lee Curtis was in it. Like that's how little I'm. Very like I remember the storyline and shit, but I'm not like.
I tell you, and you're like, oh my God,
I should watch that.
they should make a movie.
Yeah, because I was pretty loopy.
Yeah, you were.
So,
No, that's why I'm like, let's get to the second one,
let's do
baby.
it. Yeah.
That's your story.
That's why I really love the second one more. Because I mean, I like the first one. I love the storyline and shit, but the second one was so much funnier.
The plot twist of the first one for me is like,
yeah, like
Jesus.
yeah, but it didn't have the. I was more connected to the characters in the second one.
Yeah,
and I liked them a lot, and I think that
So let's start with the pandemic movie that is Glass Onion.
Yes.
Because it's set in the pandemic without being like Corona.
Yeah.
So who does Glass Onion star?
Who does Glass Onion? There's what's the name of that blonde bitch that was in the beginning? The funny one. I love her. She was like, "Fuck the pandemic." Like, I have parties.
Birdie J.
Birdie
J, and she's Kate Hudson.
Kate Hudson, yes, thank
Kate
you.
Hudson is your favorite character.
It really is. She is so fun.
What's my favorite character?
The big Andrew Tate, Andrew Tate type.
He is introduced to the movie with like, I love movies.
Yeah, I love
being like doing like an apology.
Yeah, being like, how can you say I hate women? I love boobs. Like,
and then he goes like, Mom, Mom, I told you not to call me when I'm. And then his mom fucking slaps him.
Yeah, it's such a good representation of that archetype of a
Yeah.
man because it's him just being like, I'm tough and I like fuck women and shit, and then his mom is just like, shut the fuck up, like lunch.
It also has Catherine Hahn.
Mm-hmm.
So
Who's Cat? Which one
Catherine
is that?
Hahn, she's the president or something. She's like government council person. Claire.
Yeah, I love her from Moms.
Yeah,
She was in
okay.
Moms.
They also have Leslie Odom Jr., who's kind of the like most boring character out of all of them,
Which
sadly.
which one is it?
Yeah, he's the one from Hamilton. He's a black guy.
Okay.
I am the one thing in life I can't control. I want more Hamilton. And then I mean we have Danielle Craig as Benoit Blanc again.
Yeah.
We have whiskey. I love whiskey.
Yeah, love whiskey.
Which makes you a Taurus. I am. Edward Norton as Miles Braun.
Mhm.
He's famous from Fight Club.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
this was a very him role.
Yeah.
And then we have fucking Janelle Monáe. Let's have a moment to talk about Janelle Monáe.
Let's talk about
The
Janelle
two biggest Oscar snubs of that year.
Mm-hmm.
Janelle Monáe.
Just Janelle Monáe.
Janelle
Should have won both.
So it's
Two different parts.
yeah. She's two twin sisters, and one
Yeah.
of them died. And then
Well, no, we don't know that.
wait,
How dare
what?
you?
Oh my god!
So the movie opens up with all
get
of
it.
these
This is
people.
your movie.
Yeah.
I'll just throw in with like,
and then
and remember this. Oh my god!
so all of these people get a mystery box, and it's a fun mystery box.
Is it from Crunchyroll.com?
Yes.
Is it from what's the like fresh food one? Is it from Nature Box?
Yes.
Is it from Nature Box? Is it from Hello Greens?
It's so
Is it
funny if
from
one of
Blue
them
Apron?
one of them made like an unboxing video.
Oh my god,
I missed out on
Salma,
that one.
go.
So, um, so they all get a mystery box, and the detective from Knives Out is also in the movie, and he's the only original
Yeah.
like character, and he gets this box too.
I mean, they're all original
That's funny.
character. He's the only repeat character.
Yeah, repeat.
Oh.
So it's all of them, and so it's one is running for council, and she's doing the thing, and it's funny because they're doing it all over like Zoom and shit. So she has the
And
suit on.
everyone's in a fucking pandemic, you know.
Yeah. So she has her suit on and like pajamas underneath, and she's doing an interview for the I don't know, TV something.
Yeah.
Then the Andrew Tate type gets the box, and they're all on the phone with each other, figuring out.
Birdie J.
Birdie J
has a party.
has
It's
fun
having
for
a
me,
party.
and I loved her for it.
It was a house filled to the brim with
Yes.
people, and it's the similar way of like how the first movie introduced the characters. And it was kind of like a quote unquote boring thing, but they made it so interesting because the characters are so interesting.
Yeah.
Here was also like an interesting thing of how they're solving the box, but everybody character just leapt from the screen.
Yeah.
And Dave Bautista, what's his name? Duke.
Okay.
Duke's character's mom.
Mm-hmm.
A highlight of the movie.
A highlight because
And
every time
she's like a consistent character, and the show Only Murders in the Building.
Oh, love.
And you gotta watch that show.
Yeah.
It's a murder mystery show, and Amra is obsessed with it.
Yeah. I might because
Selena Gomez.
Hey. No, it's funny because they're all like on the phone with each other trying to figure out the clues to open up the box, and you just have the mom from the kitchen yelling out all the answers like, "It's the lock. It's the left to the right."
It's the Fibonacci sequence.
Yeah, and it's just him going like, "Shut up, mom," and it's them 5 minutes later being like, "It's the Fibonacci sequence." Like,
And then she's like, "I told you."
"Yeah, I told you."
And then like a random person's from there's this song, and it's like, "What's this song? I'm gonna Shazam it. I'm gonna Shazam it. I'm gonna Shazam it." And then there's like a random like old composer type person. And it's like, "Oh, this is Mozart." And she's like, "Shut up! I'm Shazamming it." And then it's that exact song, and it's
like that pulled me
and
in
Selma the whole
completely.
time is just like, "I would just Fucking take a hammer.
And it's like as soon as I just took a hammer and just smashed it to
And I'm
bits.
just like, Selma, shut up.
Shut up and
Selma,
watch.
wait. Selma, wait.
And then, what's her name?
Janelle Monáe.
Janelle Monáe, but the character's name.
Janelle Monáe.
Janelle Monáe.
Because at that point, we don't know which character
Well,
is
yeah.
smashing the box.
But we didn't know there were two, you know?
Yeah.
So Janelle Monáe's character gets the box. She takes the hammer. She opens it. And it's funny because, like, you see her in the first scene and she's full on in sweatpants. Like, doesn't look.
No, she's
the part.
No. She is still kind of hidden because she is in a bathrobe with like her hair.
No, she was in a garage in sweatpants. Like, she was just there. And then she gets the package. But she doesn't look so, like, this
Yeah, she's not glamorous.
fabulous. Yeah. So and that was the first clue. Because it really threw me off. The first, because so she gets the package, she smashes it open, she gets this address. They're all invited to this rich dude's estate.
Involving Benoit Blanc.
Yes.
Who is just like...
Who's the detective?
No, but like... His husband opens the door and he's just like, "There's a box for you."
Yeah.
And we don't see him solving the box.
Yeah.
No, that just goes like, "There's a person with a box here."
Yeah. So.
And he's in the bathtub playing, what's the game? Among Us.
Yeah.
Among Us with Natasha Lyonne.
I love that movie.
Natasha Lyonne, Murder, She Wrote.
Oh my god.
Stephen Sondheim.
Yeah.
Poor dude who I don't know. But they're all like figures in the like crime solving world. And it's
love it. And so he gets the box, so they all like
they're putting it over Zoom, by the way.
Yes. Because they care about social distancing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they all get to this boat that's gonna take them to this dude's island. And they get to the boat, and then she comes out, not in sweatpants anymore. She's the last one to arrive, and she comes out full glam, full body, like serving cunt.
Both of us gasped.
Yeah. And I'm like, if you're gonna introduce a character to be the like, I don't give a shit, you always expect it to stay that character. And then
because you saw her opening it with a hammer and you were like, that's my girl.
Yeah, I'm like,
that's me. She's a me.
And then I see her being
Which,
this
by the
like
way, do never
up
compare
person.
yourself to fucking Janelle.
You just said that, not
no,
me.
I'm joking. You're exactly like Janelle Monáe. Don't ever compare yourself to Janelle Monáe again.
So she comes out, and I'm like, that's weird, but okay. So they go to the island, whatever, and then the whole mystery is unraveling itself. It starts as just them getting together, but it's an awkward vibe.
Yeah.
You know, she's weird.
And they're getting invited to the island to solve the murder of
it's
Miles
a murder
Blanc.
mystery party.
But it's a murder mystery game.
Yeah.
And it's a great, like, intense setup.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, is he actually gonna die?
Yeah.
Is that what's happening? And then he quote unquote dies.
Yeah.
But like he solves the riddle before he dies.
Yeah.
So it's funny.
So so they're all at this dinner, and he invited him to a murder mystery party. And at the dinner, the detective is.
But before that, they have a conversation of like, where Miles Brown goes like, "Why are you here?"
Yeah, why are you here? Why do?
What like and he's like, "Oh, I got this package with these little like puzzles, with these little cute, intriguing, brain dead, dumb puzzles."
Yeah, and then he's like, "Well, who invited you?" And he's like, "Well, you. I got this address from you." And he's like, "I didn't send it out." And then he's like, "Well, could somebody have replicated it?" And he's like, "Oh, maybe that's what happened. Somebody pulled a prank on me." And and he gets.
They want the pre-definite detective.
Yes.
The pre-definite
detective.
Yes. So it's a thing of they had the reference to the first one where he goes like, "I learned through hard experience that an anonymous invitation is not to be trifled with."
Yeah. So he bums his whole mystery party thing because he's like, well, you would have died this way because this and this and that, and the arrow is pointed to her, and then she would have been like,
he solves it in a millisecond.
In 3 seconds, and then he's like, well, fuck, we might as well just go drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. And there's the scene where he goes like, what did we win?
Yeah.
And Miles goes like, what? And he goes like, I just assumed since
you said we win.
Game,
I just asked, what do we win?
Should we get an
iPad or something? And then he's like, fine, you can have an iPad. He's like, well, I don't need an iPad. I just wanted. I just thought that you said would win. No, it's no trouble, really. He's like, just take the iPad. It's like, I just want to make him clear. I don't need the iPad. It's really, that's why I love that one so much, because it's really funny and it is still like a Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
And I love him
who had
going like,
done it?
and you also laid us these like little clues, like, cause the killer, quote unquote, in
Yeah.
that like game is Birdie J, and he's
Yeah.
like the flowers in this spell a B, and
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah. Just random shit and caught it on completely.
yeah,
And
and
then
and Miles Brown says like, I had Gillian Flynn write that
yeah,
for fuck's sake.
it's like,
Oh, and then Gillian Flynn, for those of you who don't know, is the writer of Gone Girl and Sharp Objects.
yeah.
And Daniel Craig was like, "Oh, she's good," and Miles is like, "She's damn expensive, is what she is." But basically, Miles is running this like company
Mhm.
that he threw Janelle Monáe out of.
Yeah. So they came up with it together. He gypped her, essentially went to court for it, and every single one of the people that were there testified on his behalf,
On his
and were
behalf,
like
lying.
lying,
Like,
and
yeah.
they were all like, it was his idea. He did it by himself. Da 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 da. And then what we find out through ups and downs, hills and valleys,
They call her
is
Andy. Her name is Cassandra, and her name, like, they call her Andy.
who do,
Janelle Monáe's character.
yeah.
So
So
everybody backstabbed Andy. It's
yeah,
almost like knives were in her back.
almost like knives out. Get it? Um. So it's what we find out is that somebody had killed Andy,
Andy
and who's and now
staged it to look like a suicide again.
again, and now we're here. But like, how is she here? How
Yeah,
is Andy at this party if
yeah,
she's dead? And
and
whoever the killer is must be wondering, how are you here?
yeah.
But
And that's
nobody
all
wondered.
revealed after she got shot in the chest
Yes.
by a mystery person
Yeah.
while her and Benoit Blanc were talking.
Mhm.
And it's like, and then someone was just like, "Oh my God, is she dead?" And I was like, "Just you wait."
Just you wait, little girl. Um. So what? Her sister, her twin
Helen,
sister Helen, was playing Andy the whole time, trying to figure out and avenge her, and
who killed her
who killed
sister?
her.
And her sister is like, I heard no. Well, I can't do a country accent now because I'm still on Benoit. Like, how do you do? He's like, I'm sorry. Are you the? I just googled you and I found that you were a really good detective.
You're a real good detective.
You're a real good detective.
And
I
I
don't
was
know.
just wondering.
I just want. I'm a great Southern belle.
Big Daddy.
My father went out and saw the eclipse, and he was never the same again.
Well, anyway, it's a really good movie. So that's like, because it's done really in a really funny way. You are still at the edge of your seat. It's not dumb. It's
And
not.
it's on rewatches. You see that your vision
Yeah, it's
is
like
playing
random.
tricks on you.
Yeah, random things would happen that you would notice, and then when it
Like
pans
Duke
out,
got poisoned.
yeah,
But if you watch the movie, the scene where he's poisoned, you can see Miles giving him the glass.
yeah, you can see it get
And
switched
then
out, but you
later,
don't see it.
Miles goes like, "Oh my God, they were trying to poison me. He accidentally took my glass." And then
Yeah.
they show a scene of him accidentally taking his glass.
Yeah, of him giving him the glass.
No. He accidentally takes it when he's being like, "Oh, somebody like accidentally. It happened accidentally." You see the scene that he's like, "Oh, I'm accidentally taking his."
No, it was a thing of the bad guy. What's his name?
Miles.
Miles. He's like, what the cutaway was that he he put down his drink next to the other guy's
Yeah.
drink, and then he took his in the one hand and then handed him that one and just left.
No. I'm talking about this. When you're watching the movie,
Yeah.
you're watching the movie normally,
Uh-huh.
and you see just a scene of Miles sitting down,
Yeah.
and Duke has his hand out, and Miles puts
The
his drink that's meant to poison Duke
Yeah.
into Duke's hand.
yeah.
But
that's what I'm
then
saying.
later,
Yeah.
when Miles thinks that Duke was, when Miles says Duke got poisoned,
Yeah.
he must have accidentally taken my drink.
Yeah.
They do like a back, what's it called?
Replay.
No, kind of like a replay.
Yeah.
And then in that, they show like Duke taking
Taking
his
the- yeah.
accidentally. So you're like, oh yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah.
But
Anyway,
you
it's-
got tricked.
Yeah.
You got tricked,
You
sis.
got bamboozled.
And luckily, Andy didn't die because they shot the Bible that she carries by her chest.
Yes.
Joking, it was actually like the Andy's diary.
Yeah.
But it's so funny because she was like, if she had, and I was like, it was the Bible that she
It
always
was-
keeps
it's
by
the
her
Bible.
chest.
It's a great movie, and it's it's I don't know. It's 10 times better than the first one to
Okay.
me personally, because it still has the essence of the first one.
They call it an anti-mystery because the killer is so obvious.
Yeah, and glass onion and the way he explained it too, like
Yeah.
a glass onion, something that seems so layered and deep and
Because
so see
everybody,
through.
yeah, because everybody says like Miles can't be the killer. He's a
That
smart
would be,
guy,
and that would be too obvious.
and he's so smart. There's no way everybody would assume him.
No, that's what the entire time. Like I've guessed, and I really hope that it was Birdie J, because I was so like, if she had been the mastermind behind this,
Yeah.
that would have been perfect. And if
Yeah.
they went for like a that type of a movie, they probably would have picked her to be like, and then I did this, and then I
Yeah.
did that, and like, fuck all of you. I tricked the detective. I'm off to Bahamas now. You know.
yeah.
But
And it will be all revealed like somebody goes into jail, and then the movie ends with her playing Cluedo,
yeah,
and she's like, "How did I do it?" Let me
Yeah.
explain to you.
Literally, and
Got away with it.
yeah, and I would have loved the movie that way too. But it's so good because it was, and I remember 5 minutes before it was revealed that it's
You're just
Miles.
like, is it just?
It's just fucking Miles at this point. Like me being like, I've went through clues with every single one of the people being like, maybe it's that, maybe it's the black guy, maybe it's her, maybe it's the dumb one. You know, just going like maybe, and then at the end I was just like, it's fucking Miles. Maybe, what if it's just fucking Miles?
Yeah, because the whole movie is being like, there's no way it's Miles because he's not that dumb. And
No,
then
and for me, it wasn't. He's not that dumb. For me, it really was just like it would be too obvious if it was.
yeah,
him.
but
'Cause
Daniel
duh.
Craig didn't suspect him because he was like, he's just not that dumb.
Yeah,
And then the big reveal
is that
is not that he's the killer.
is that he's just not
Dumb. He's dumb.
So good.
and he is mad
Yeah.
that he didn't get a mystery.
Mm-hmm.
The whole movie is just about him being like, damn it, like
God damn it.
you're just dumb.
Yeah.
Like this is not good, Lynn.
It's not good, Lynn. Yeah, but I've spoiled that for myself.
Mm.
That and missed.
And missed.
I've fucked up my like every fucking movie that I've seen that it's like grand plot twist. I always say it right at the end of the movie, and I always say no. 3 movies.
What's another one? We watched it together.
No. I watched it with Amala.
Oh, but I like it.
Oh my God, P. Davidson is in it.
Bodies.
I can't.
I would also say that if you spoil it 5 minutes before, that's like you're already in the situation, and you're just like you like.
No, but the
I
thing
feel
is,
like that's an educated guess more than spoiling
no,
yourself.
because I always say it as a joke.
Yeah.
I'm always like with Mist. I was like, oh my God, and imagine because in the end of Mist was. There's no way of escaping this thing. It's gonna kill us all. I might as well kill us. And they're in a car, and there's 5 bullets. No, there's 4 bullets, and there's 5 of them. And he just kills all of his family and the friends that he made along the way. And
that's a hilarious joke.
Thank you.
Maybe the Mist was the people we killed
along the way. And there's no bullets left for him. And he's like, I'm gonna be the one to sacrifice myself. I'm gonna walk in and see what happens.
It's not him being I'm a pussy. I'm not killing myself. It's him being like I'm brave
enough to face this thing,
and I'm gonna face this, and I'm gonna die.
And it's like he killed them all, and he's sitting there in a car contemplating his life. And I look at Amal, and as a joke, I go like, imagine it's all over now. As soon as I said it, he walks out of the car, and the fucking military sirens are like, oh, it's all over now. I'm like, fuck. Fucking bodies. I'm watching that. And at like 5 minutes before the end, I'm like, imagine he just fucking tripped and killed himself. Cut to just a video of him doing a fucking dance for TikTok, ended up slitting his own throat.
Yeah.
With this too, I'm like, it's fucking Miles.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
No, but there's a difference between those two because that's a joke that turned into reality.
Yeah.
Here it's like an educated guess on a mystery.
Yeah.
I have this thing where I just know writers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with these 2 movies and the third one. I know for 1,000% fact that I will not be able to guess it. I didn't expect any of the plot twists for a single second. I wasn't guessing at all. But then there's movies that don't have a mystery, but the movie starts and I'm like, oh, he's a vampire. How did you know? And I'm like, oh, the way the camera.
Yeah, just he walked by that mirror and there was no reflection.
I mean that was like a hint.
Yeah.
You know, I'm saying like without any hints, and it's not me. It's just me knowing writers.
Yeah,
because like the first time I watched Mike Flanagan production, like A Haunting of Hill House, I didn't see anything coming. I'm watching Haunting of Bly Manor.
Yeah.
There's a scene of a woman, and I'm sorry that I'm spoiling this to you, but I just have to suck my own dick.
Okay.
There's a scene of a woman lighting 3 candles, and she's like, "This is for the people that we lost," and like somebody's parents passed away recently, and no, 4 candles, somebody's parents and the nanny,
Mm-hmm.
and then I turned to him and I go like, "Why does she write four candles? 3 people died. Who's the fourth? Who's the fourth candle? It's her, right? Right? She's a ghost, right?" And it's funny because it wasn't even intended that way. She's lighting a 5th candle for her, like she divorced her husband,
Yeah.
but she is a ghost.
Right?
So like, it's so I turned to it's the first scene with her, and I'm just like, oh, she's lighting a 4th candle. She's lighting a 4th candle. Why is she lighting a fourth? Is another person dead? Is somebody a ghost? Somebody, she's a ghost, right?
She's a ghost.
I'm just being like, what? And I get Mike Flanagan.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my thing. I'm not being smart. Like, oh my god, I'm just like Mike Flanagan wants us to cry
Yeah.
and to do like a little TikTok. Like, did you notice this?
Yeah.
And I'll be like, fuck yes, I did, because
I
I know
did.
Mike,
Yeah. I know
Mikey,
Mike.
Mikey, and me,
Yeah.
thick as thieves.
Yeah. 1 and 1. No, but it's great, and I love a good mystery. I'd love to watch a good mystery movie.
Well, we're gonna watch all the fucking Agatha Christie movies.
Okay.
There are like the old ones.
Yeah. Love.
We could watch
Get into it later.
we could watch Murders in the Building.
Okay.
Murders in the Building. It's not a mystery per se because it's not. There's no like hints and you're
Yeah.
following. It's just like the whole time you don't know who the killer is.
Yeah.
It's more of a gut feel thing.
Yeah.
And they have 3 seasons, and the second one is not that good. But there's this one scene with this one character that I'm not gonna say, but I cried for 3 days. And it's not like oh so sad. It's just like you're pitying this character
Yeah.
so much, which is the worst kind. Like,
Yeah.
anyway, but no, you could. There's also I know this story about this like mafia family who they're all getting killed on like different holidays, and everybody's trying to find out who the holiday killer is.
I knew it. You're gonna do it.
And I borrowed you the comic book, and you gotta read it. I'm glad that you remembered that the holiday killer is.
What is he referencing? I'm like, oh.
No, but I was really being like, oh my gosh, she's gonna say that it's so fun, and
Yeah.
she's gotta read it, and then I'm gonna be like, it's Batman. You got it. I told you to read it. Like I say, I make you read Batman when I know it's a story that you would like.
Yeah.
I would never make you read like fucking Batman and Robin.
Yeah. I don't.
Anyway, this is a really like it's hard talking about these movies.
Yeah, because it's like you have to have seen it to understand what
Because
the fuck we're
every
talking
single
about.
second of the movie is important.
Yeah, and I can't go through that.
Yeah.
Like, can't explain that.
I can.
I will. So strap in.
Strap in. It's gonna be 4 hours.
Yeah.
It's gonna be being like, we open on a dark, stormy night in front of a house, dogs barking, soundtrack blaring.
Yeah.
That is actually the cool
Mhm.
this movie.
It's great. Oh,
So yeah, who's mother of the week for you?
fuck me if I know. Every time I start these off, like, I don't know, and then in the middle of it, it hits me.
Yeah, and I'm like,
No, I'm like,
I just when I lost her, it was so, oh my god, I figured out.
yeah, it is.
My mother of the week.
Mhm.
Who was
Who is it?
who is my mother of the week? The Pesto twins, Andy and Ollie.
And then Ollie.
We're gonna be. I'm gonna rub its scent on me, so I'm gonna be its mom. Just
God,
the
yes.
Pesto twins. I just fucking love.
Uh,
Actually, no. I didn't see a lot of them recently. Who's the other twins? Jen. Jen is mother of the
Jen
week.
is mother of the week.
Jen is
Okay.
so she's the babysitter from Bob's Burgers. She goes, Linda, listen. Linda, listen. Listen, Linda, listen. I don't let it bother me that I'm not a good babysitter.
Fully babysitting her kids.
I can't do. Nobody can do Jen's voice perfectly
No.
except Jen's voice. Okay? But she has this like breathy, like almost dumb but sharp.
I said my dad. Like,
Yeah.
so.
I don't know how to baby kids perfectly. I don't have chemistry. with
The baby kids.
I don't know how to babysit perfectly, but I don't let it stop me that I don't have chemistry with children or that I don't know how to use a microwave. And I just love Jen. We can look at my knuckleless finger. Ooh. Not saying that it's unsolvable, but it probably is. I have a hot cousin. He works with pickles.
Heckle. It's a stripper bar. I'm just gonna do Kate Blanchett. Fuck it.
Fuck
Fuck
Kate
it.
Blanchett.
Fuck
What
it.
did she do?
Well, I'm gonna.
What didn't she?
What didn't
But
she
no,
do?
like, what?
First of all,
But no, I know what she did. But Selma, what did she
what
do?
did she do? Well, she was doing a press thing. I don't know for something.
Mhm.
And as we all know, big war is going on. Palestine, Israel.
What? Who's Palestine? Who's Israel?
I didn't hear. It's
Sorry.
not funny.
Sorry to make.
I know we went, haha. Sorry.
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 No, we're
Um.
we're with the people of Palestine.
Yes, all the way through, and it's
Without being Jewphobes, I just want to say it.
xenophobe. It's not xenophobes. It's not xenophobes.
Zionists.
Zionists. No, Zionists are the bad Jews.
Yeah.
What?
Zionists are the Nazis.
Fuck. What's the word? I don't know. We don't hate anyone. We hate
Yeah.
Israel as a government.
I just wanted to say it because I have a family friend who like fuck Jews, and I'm like, you're missing
the point. And
of a
you're
war.
just fear mongering, and it's horrendous. And I
Yeah.
hate it because it's like, what the fuck does a Jewish family from Chicago have to do with fucking Israel? Like,
Absolutely.
shut the fuck up. But
I just have to mention it. I just have to mention this thing. I'm sorry, this is gonna be offensive. I just have to. We can edit it out. But when that one. Okay, now we already know it's a joke. She's on SNL. She was in that one movie. She's
Kristen
no.
Maya.
She's a little bit dark skinned. She's really funny. I would say she's the funniest of all of them. Oh, somebody in Grindr answered me.
Is it the Maya? What's her?
Yeah.
Maya
Maya Rudolph.
Rudolph. Yeah.
Yeah. And she went like, all of you people are saying that global warming is happening because of the Chinese, that they orchestrated it. But let me ask you this. Why does GJ Ping care about my basement being flooded in Attica? To what end? To what end?
To what end? No, it's really great. And
The war.
no, not the war, not the war. No, Kate Blanchett, shut up. No, but we are very much so, pro-Palestine and ceasefire, and it's horrendous and it's awful and it's really sad. And what I love about Kate Blanchett is she's always been a fighter and she's always been on the right side of history from the beginning, much like Savarina. And and it was a red carpet event, and they made it very clear you cannot make any political like da 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 da, and everyone who attended it didn't, because they're like, oh, I can't. But what she did is she wore a beautiful, beautiful black gown, and in the inside of the black gown, she had the green and anyway, when you flip it, it's combined with the red carpet. It
And when
creates
she takes her
Palestinian flag.
hand and lifts it up,
Yeah, you can
the red carpet is
Is a
creating the
Palestinian flag, and I thought that was the best.
I fully
The
agree with
like,
you.
because it was never. She didn't throw fucking blood on anyone. Like, you know what I mean? There's a lot of people who make it about themselves,
Yeah, like
and it's such a
going
like.
on a red carpet where it's not, you shouldn't talk about Palestine, and
Yeah.
then going like, and it's like you're
Don't-
just doing this to.
There's a lot of people who are just doing it for the sake. Like Billie Eilish had like a ceasefire thing pin on her, and then when she performed, she took it off. Like, what's the point? Like,
Yeah.
just don't even try if you're not gonna do it. And she went and she just did it as a very subtle little like, I'm here, and
Yeah.
also she's done a lot of press on it as well. That's
Yeah.
not the only thing she did. But what I'm saying is, I love Kate Blanchett, and she's really just a gift to humankind.
To what end?
God, I love her. So yeah, she's my mother of the week, and that is something that should be talked about. Kate
Well,
Blanchett.
Kate Blanchett is something that should be a conversation topic for
Yes.
anybody ever. You know what I keep being afraid of?
Hmm.
That one day I'm gonna turn on this laptop at the end of this and realize that I haven't started
Oh
recording.
my god, the way I would have killed myself.
Because we always do like a little, okay, how much did we do? Okay, we're pausing now. Bye.
Yeah.
But I just wait for that day where I'm like, oh my god, Selma.
This was all for nothing. Oh,
But sometimes we should have a take two.
yeah, yeah. Do it. We should have an outro too.
An outro?
Yeah, because we're always like bye, but there's nothing like
Stay frosty, mothers.
why Frosty.
I don't know. Stay skippy, skipperoo. Wait, should we just do this?
Don't be smother, be mother. You know.
Okay, no, let's just do this. I gave the microphone to our dog.
Yeah,
He didn't do
said
anything. In the My Favorite Murder podcast, their outro is perfect
Yeah.
because her cat Elvis was trained to do like, "Do you want a cookie?" And he go, "Meow."
Yeah.
And it was the perfect thing. And then he died recently. I
Mm.
cried on my fucking eyes out.
No.
Anyway, so don't be smother.
Be mother.
Bye.
Bye.